Hello there YouTube, and it is about time that I am casting some more games. And what is a better way to get back to casting with a game of Tatoh versus TheViper? What an epic matchup. I'm pretty curious to see how this is gonna go. So then, talking about the map right away. This is a pretty interesting map you will sometimes run across in Megarandom. And you basically start out with small migration island. It is some sort of combination between migration and meatballs, as you will only have like straggler trees, and so getting wood is pretty darn difficult. So that's why you will basically want to get your town center out as fast as possible. When I first played this map, I made the mistake of making my town center right about here, which is obviously pretty stupid. But of course these players are 2.2k, Tatoh and Viper are both really good players, so they don't make that mistake anymore. So then, taking a quick look at the civilizations, we have the Viper playing as the Vikings, how appropriate, and Tatoh playing as the Franks. Now, in HD, you are probably you will probably start to cry if you have the Vikings on a water map because they don't have the fire galleys anymore. But luckily for these players, this is not HD. This is the old Fubli user patch, so no problems right there. No hassle with fire galleys. So taking a quick look at the population, both of the players are pretty consistent. I mean, they are about the same on population. That's good. As Viper is going for a pretty early dock, and Tatoh is doing the same. So even in the the dock timing, they are pretty much the same. And of course, look at all this yummy fish. Not fishing or not taking the water on this map would be a big loss. So good call, making a nice and early dock. What about the so since this is a mix between migration and meatballs, also the town center placement is going to be pretty much important. And looking at the positioning of Tatoh, he's kind of limited himself to this space. Well, of course, depending on how aggressive he is going to play. But the Viper, on the other hand, has a lot of nice resources on his hand, already taking the first boar in. Whereas Tatoh doesn't even have a boar on his side of the map, so that is, I would say, that's already a big advantage for the Viper. But everything will be, it will be a question of how Tatoh is going to handle this situation. I am curious to see. Does he already know? Yeah, of course. He knows that there are some houses here and a dock here, so he will probably have a good idea or estimation of where Viper is gonna hang out. And Viper not being a little bit annoying by not deleting his transport ship, but just annoying Tatoh. How annoying. Viper troller. So Viper then up to Feudal Age with a pretty decent time actually, 10 minutes 30. I cannot even pull that off consistently on a normal map. Man. So this is Tatoh here doing a sneaky dock on the, well, kind of sneaky I would say, on the other side of the map, and that might be a little surprise for the Viper, as he will probably be expecting some ships from here, but Tatoh has a dock right here. But okay, I thought for a second I thought he might push out some galleys, but Tatoh is still in Dark Age, so that's not gonna happen. But he might use this dock or he will probably use this dock to get out some galleys once he's up to Feudal Age. And there you go, 13 minutes. And I would say the difference is definitely because of having no boar. Viper with one boar, that was more than enough to get a very decent feudal time on this map. So, sneaky Tatoh trying here to move up to the north, as he will definitely need some more space on his hand. And I think the Viper didn't notice, but we'll have to see. Derpina, why are you bothering me when I'm casting? I'm sorry, dude. No streaming today. I will only have an hour to cast these games, so I hope I'm gonna succeed. But I just wanted to push some casting games out before I am going off for the weekend. Anyway, Tatoh then putting out a outpost to get some vision, but the Viper already spotted the villagers going back here. So what is then Tatoh going to do? He better run, that's for one. Oh, Bill Gates right there. I'm sorry, I'm stealing Membrillo's joke, but that was a very nice quick wall, buying himself a little bit more time to run from these archers. And I will slow down already, as these games are getting pretty crazy. Viper here on the land, on the water, and Tatoh here trying to do something on the land. As for now, these villagers are playing hide and seek, and it looks like the villagers are succeeding to keep alive. But with the Viper being so early up to feudal age, he will have already a decent control with some galleys here and there on the water. But it looks like the Viper is not really going to be bothered with too many feudal wars, as he is already going up to castle age. And looking at Tatoh's resources, he might go up in his second as well. But I'm not sure if he has his buildings yet. He's just building a market, so he will be delayed a little more. As he will probably need the market still to buy a little bit of food, I think. And Tatoh, maybe... I wanted to make some lame reference to Age of African Kingdoms, but let's not do that. Every time I see Tatoh building a tower, I am getting reminded of African Kingdoms. Or Enter the Sahara, that's the name of the tournament. Anyway, there you go. Tatoh up to Castle Age as well, only 1 more minute, so I will speed up things a little again, as these players probably will wait for their Castle Age to come. And I'm pretty curious to see the Viper. He's probably going to go for war galleys and archers, as I see he's already doing archers anyway, and he has the Vikings have pretty darn good archers. And for Tatoh, I don't know. Yeah, of course, well, Frank, so he should go knights, but can he keep up? Can he keep up with the Viper? That's the question. So the Viper then cleaning up all this here, and then the question is, oh no, never mind. Tatoh has some decent stone up here, so he will still get some more stone, maybe to enough stone to build another town center and so on. See, my in-game sound is a little bit loud to my ears, but that might be just me. So there you go. The Viper up to Castle Age and crossbowmen already coming out. And oh, of course, is the Viper now going to do some siege as well? Vikings have okay siege, so why not? But again, I think there you go, the Viper war galley. That's what he will need to keep the control of the water. And Viper housed. Ooh, man. I'm not sure when he started playing again, but maybe he was a little rusty. I don't know. I wouldn't dare to say the Viper being rusty. But I can't really tell. I know he's a really good player, but from this I can't really tell if the Viper is rusty or not. Anyway, I would say, with the water control, with all the war galleys, I would still say the Viper is in a good position. On the other hand, Tatoh definitely did do a good job here, moving to the back to buy himself a little bit more space. And there you go. Let's slow down again, as now finally the Castle Age action is coming in. Tatoh has some knights out, and if he has enough, he can deal with these crossbowmen. But let's see, the Viper only on Botkin Arrow, as he doesn't have any defensive upgrade, and Tatoh on the defensive upgrade. So No. Tatoh doesn't have enough numbers yet to deal with this. Like, look at this. Viper definitely in the favor with the numbers. Another town center being thrown down, so this I would say this bottleneck here being a little bit more protected. Of course, also protecting the gold of this town center, so that's pretty nice. Good town center. And the Viper doing I'm sorry. The Viper doing the right thing here, going with a little bit of pikemen so he can mix in those guys as well. So I would say at this point the Viper pretty dominant. I am wondering why he is not doing his defensive upgrades. But maybe he thinks he don't need them. Well, ballistics, of course, that is an important upgrade, as it will make it a lot easier to snipe down these knights. So it looks like Tatoh is desperately trying to look for a plan here, as he will also be bothered by these war galleys now on the shoreline, making it more difficult to take this gold. And once, if the game is going to drag on any longer, the Viper can go to Imperial Age, do Galleon with Bracer, and then it will be an absolute mess for Tatoh. Anyway, Tatoh now going to charge, but of course the micro from the Viper, no problem to deal with this, I would say, and he will run his crossbowman to the shoreline, but still, these knights are on bloodlines and +2 defensive. Tatoh also mixing in some conversion, or mixing in some monks here to get a conversion, and in the end he did deal with these crossbowmen, so I would say good job for Tatoh. Not sure if it's worth it, I'm still learning this game and I have no idea if that was a cost-effective trade or not. Either way, he did deal with this army, or that army. So in the south, Tatoh definitely trying to push some more, but once he saw this army, Tatoh knew it was over. And I'm kind of rusty with casting, so I forgot to take a look at the pop. Looking at the population, the Viper was definitely in a good position. Well played by the Viper, 1-0.